Welcome everyone back to the channel. It's your boy Vince Gibbs here, and today is the day that I'm going to take my first camping trip in my travel trailer. It's the 2019 Palomino, and I've already booked the reservation spot, and today is the day. So I'm going to be pulling it with my SUV right there. So it's time for me to get on the road. Now, I've never done this before, but I'm going to take you guys along with me, and hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. So the first thing I'm gonna need to do is disconnect it from the house power and then get on the road. So let's go. So this is where I got to connect it to the house. So we're just gonna, there we go, take that off. Pull that out. Then I'm gonna roll this cable up here and put it in my garage. And actually I'm going to take that cable and I'm going to store it here in the travel trailer because I'm going to need it when I get to the campsite. And right here in this compartment, this is where I keep all of my tools and supplies. So open that up. See, that's where I got all the supplies. So we're going to put this right in there with it. Okay, so we're gonna lock that up. Now to the next step. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise all 4 stabilizer jacks. And I don't have a power drill. I mean, I have a power drill, but I don't have the little thing that you can put on there and do it quick like that. So I'm gonna use the manual one that came with the travel trailer. Now that I have all 4 stabilizers up, the next thing I'm going to do is back up the SUV to the travel trailer. Hopefully I can get it in good position and get it all hooked up. Got it. Okay, it took me a couple of tries, but I finally got it lined up. Now I'm going to lower the travel trailer onto the hitch ball. One good thing about this travel trailer that I like is that it has a power jack, so I can just press a button and it'll go down. So let's do that now. All right, now that we've got that on, we can put our pin in here. And then I'm going to hook my chains. And you want to make sure that your chains are crossed. Mine are crossed just like so. And also, a lot of you guys are probably going to say, how come I don't have a weight distribution hitch with sway control and all that? Well, believe it or not, when I bought this from the dealer, I asked them to install that for me, and they said that they don't recommend it on my trailer because it's so small, only 21 feet and around 3,000 pounds. They said they don't recommend weight distribution hitches on trailers this small. So they do sell them and they do install them, but they said I wouldn't need it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I've been driving it around and so far it feels fine. But in the future, if I feel that I need one, I'll install one then. But please, no rude comments. Please don't call me an idiot and stupid and all of that, okay? Please keep it respectful. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is I'm gonna install the electrical. I have it right here. Just pull it out, stick it right in here. Pat that down. And now we're good to go. I'll do a test. I'll check the blinkers and see if they're working in the back, and then I know that the electrical is working just fine. Now I'm going to get in the SUV and turn the turn signals on and see if it works back here on the trailer. And there we go. The electrical is working. Now it's time to unchalk the wheels. And I moved the trailer back just a little bit, so now I can get that wheel chalk out of there and put these away. And that's gonna do it. Now I am all ready to get on the road and head to Bluff Landing. That is the campsite where I'm gonna be staying at. It's about 30 minutes away from my house. So let's get on the road right now. All right, we are here at the campsite, and I've got spot number 7. Let's see, that's 5 right there, and I believe this is 6 right here, and that's me right next to this truck. It should say 7. Yep, number 7. So that's me. So I'm gonna need to back in that area right there, and I should be able to do that. Wish me luck, guys. All right, I say that's pretty good for my very first time ever backing into a campsite. I got it on the first try. So the next thing is I got this setup checklist. I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos and I've been taking notes. So I got a little checklist of what I'm supposed to do. So I'm gonna go one by one. First, check electrical and water. I checked that. Back into space, did that. Check connection space for the slider, 20 inches. Yep, I got plenty of room for the slider. I did that. Connect the surge protector. Make sure electricity and water works. I'm pretty sure that does. We're going to skip that one. Number 4, we're going to level side to side, and then we're going to chalk the wheels. Let's do that. So I'm checking my level inside the trailer, and guess what? It's perfectly level. I don't have to do anything. Amazing. Okay, next on the checklist is disconnect the trailer from the SUV and then move the SUV forward. Okay, now we're going to disconnect the electrical. Sit it there. Then we're going to take off the chains. Okay, and now we're going to drive the SUV forward. Okay, now we're going to put the pin back in. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check the level from front to back. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take my leveler and I'm just going to set it here. And I'll see how it's high in the front. I'm just going to use this to bring it down until it's level. And right there, now it's saying it's perfectly level, so we're good to go. All right, next on my checklist, it says to lower the stabilizer jacks and then connect the electrical. So let's do that now. Okay, so the next step is to connect the electrical. And I've got this regulator here. Never ever used it before. This is going to be my first time. 30 amp. So we're going to connect it. See if these lights light up to telling us that we got good power. So we open this up. Going to plug this into the 30 amp right here. Okay. And then we're going to turn the breaker on. Oh, it was already on, my bad. Turn the breaker on. Uh-oh. And right there, we got the blue power light on and then the 2 yellow lights on. That means that we have good power. So we're good to go there. So I'm going to turn the breaker off. And now I'm going to connect this end to the regulator. Okay, that's still off. And then we'll connect the other end to the camper. Put that in there real good, then turn that. All right. And now we're going to flip the breaker, turn it on. And we've got power. All right, the next step, it says connect the fresh water. So we're going to connect the fresh water hose. So I've got a water filter here, and what I'm going to do is I'm connecting the water filter to the side that goes into the camper. I've seen some other RVers do that, and I thought that was a pretty smart idea. That way you don't have your water tasting like a hose. The water go through the hose, then go through the filter, and then into your camper. So I bought this little right angle adapter thing. That way this can be like that instead of dangling out that way. So, and you want to make sure that the arrow is pointing the right way. The arrow showing the direction of the water. We want it to come out the spigot and then going up through there into the camper. So let's connect that now. Now let's go connect the other end. Now on this end I have a pressure regulator, and it's going to show me what the pressure is, and I'm going to regulate it to just 40 psi because I don't want it to damage the plumbing inside the RV. So let's connect this now. All right, that should be good and tight. Now let's turn the water on and see what happens. Okay, when I did that, I see some water leaking underneath the camper, and I see where it's coming from. The drain valves are open, so I'm going to go close them right quick. Be right back. Okay, let's try this one more time. All right, and the pressure regulator is showing right at 40 psi, so it's perfect. So that should not be too powerful. It's not going to damage the pipes. Now I'm going to go inside the RV and make sure nothing's going on crazy inside. You guys, I'm so glad I came inside and checked it, because I had this on the sink here, and I had this on top of there, and both of these were turned on. So when I came inside, water was just coming out of the faucet. So it's not a lot of water. It didn't do any damage. And also in the sink here, in the bathroom, we also, water was coming, and these were open as well. And that's something I didn't check. Remember, you guys, I am learning as I go. So, let that water out. So, I know from now on, make sure that all of these are closed or turned off before you connect the water outside. Okay, so we connected the fresh water, the electrical. Next says connect sewer. We don't have sewer at this campsite. I'm going to have to dump it when I leave. And then after that, it says turn on the water pump. So my water pump is right here. Turn that on. And then it says run water in sinks to clear out the air. So now we want to turn these on. So we're going to let that run. Okay, I don't see any air coming through, so that should be good. And then all the antifreeze is not coming in through there, so do this one. Do the hot and the cold. And I just did the toilet. I just forgot to record it, but that looks good. Okay, and here the toilet, when I first came in here, let me turn the light on. When I first came in here, it was all pink because it was antifreeze. But then I did some flushes, and I kept flushing it until it was clear. And now you see it's clear. So yeah, so the toilet is good. Now let's do the shower. Let me hold this up here, turn this on. Okay, that's the hot. As you see, it's some pink coming out. Let it keep coming out till it's clear. And you guys, I hope I'm doing this right. I really do. Okay, that looks clear to me. Good. So now we'll turn the hot off. And now we'll turn the cold on. See what it looks like. There's pink, antifreeze. Let it keep going until it's clear. No more antifreeze. There we go. That looks clear to me. So now we'll turn that one off. Okay. Next is we need to do this one here. So let's do the cold. And you know the antifreeze probably already came out when it was first, when I first connected the water, remember? So that looks good, and I don't hear any air. So now let's do the left one, the hot water. And that looks clear, I don't see any antifreeze. So that's good. So now that we have that done, we can go to the water heater, insert that pipe, and then I'm going to flip those levers. I'll show you. They're underneath my bed. Okay, now that we got all the antifreeze out the system, what we're going to do is we're going to get this water heater working right. So got one of these rods. I can't remember what it's called, but it has to be placed back in here. And to do that, you have to have a 1 1/16 wrench. And I went out and bought one just so that I could do this. So this rod here, whatever it's called, it just goes right in here. And then you tighten it up with your socket wrench. There we go. And I just gave it a few turns till it's nice and tight. And now the water heater is ready to start working. So we're going to go inside and we're going to flip those levers so that the water flow can go through the water heater. All right, now this is the part that I've been dreading. You got to flip those switches for the water heater. It's very important. The switches for mine are underneath the freaking bed. So I got to take the bed off and lift up this board to get to them. So let me do that now. I'm gonna see if I can do it without taking the mattress off. And lift this board up here. Yep, I think I can get to them. And you guys can't see, but down here, there are some switches, some levers. I just need to reverse them, so I'm gonna do that now. It's kind of hard to see. I think I'm gonna have to move this mattress. Yep. I can't hold the mattress and reach the lever, so let me move the mattress first and then I'll get back to it. Whew, all right, I did it. I took the mattress off, I got under there, I flipped those levers to where now the water is flowing through the water heater, and then the last thing on my directions say, turn the water heater on. So down here, my water heater, I got it turned on, water is flowing through. So in a little while, we should be getting hot water. So I'll check that in about 15, 20 minutes or so. Now that we got that all out the way, the next thing we're gonna do is let the slide out. So right here, and I've already checked, I got plenty clearance, which is only 2 feet, and I got plenty clearance. So my slide out is right here. Let's go ahead and let it out. There we go. That opened up all of this space here. Now I'll go outside and see what it looks like out there. It should be fine. And there's the slide out. Like I said, it had plenty of room. It only takes 2 feet. So that's it, you guys. We are all connected. Everything is working perfectly. I'm going to check that hot water in about 15 minutes. It should be nice and hot. Oh, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the propane on. I already got it connected. We'll just turn it to the left, open that valve, and then that way I can cook some food later on. And that's it. And it took me about, I don't know, 45 minutes, but that's because I was making this video and taking my time. I didn't want to make any mistakes, and it was my very first time doing it. But the thing is, we got it all done. Now we can relax and cook some dinner. You know what? There's one more thing I'm going to do since I'm here. This travel trailer comes with a great awning. Let's put the awning out. Right here. I think that's it. Uh-oh. Here it is, I think. Uh-oh. Can you see that? There it is. That doesn't sound good, but it's working. I've never let the awning out before. I'm just glad it's working. Seems to be working okay. Nothing's in the way. Okay, it's retracting now, huh? Let's go back the other way. That was weird. Okay, right there. So there's the awning. Cool. And this awning, it has a light on it, like a light. Let me show you. There's that light right there. So we got that, and it's all lit up right there. So that's cool. And then I also brought a table and chair. I'm gonna sit out here. I may eat out here later on after I get my dinner cooked. But that's it.